move on from that, right? Let's move on to the Tupac trial, the feature presentation. I'm missing the World Cup because of this. Damn it. I don't even know what the score is. Yeah, I know USA played today, right? See what the score is. Oh no. Shit. Damn, we lost, man. 4-1. I bought tickets to the joint and I ain't even get to go. And we lost. I'm glad I ain't I ain't waste my time. Damn, we lost, man. Damn. All right. Well, let's get to Tupac. Um, well, in Tupac news, we 35 days away from the Tupac trial, right? Which means subpoenas probably already went out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they only got 4 weeks. I'm sure the subpoenas started flying already, you know. So I want to say this, man, right? Two things. And I need y'all participation in this, right? Who do you think should be subpoenaed to testify in this case? For either the prosecution or the defense, it don't matter. Just give me the names of the people you feel like that should be testifying as a witness in this case. Put their names in there. I'll put them on the screen for everybody. Reggie Sr. Let's start right there. Why should Reggie Sr. be subpoenaed in this? It's getting cold in here. This AC kicking. Okay, y'all, this is it. This is the Tupac Shakur. Shout out to Sec. Shout out to Mopreme. Shout out to Aisha. Right? Shout out to Talib. Hey, yo, pork butt. Officer Ming said to tell you what's up, too. Right? So, Reggie Sr. Oh, there ain't no pockets on this. Bought this Virgin hoodie. I forgot there ain't no pockets on it. Right? All right. Reggie Sr. First things first in this subpoena list, right? Let's establish this. Anybody that was not in that car, allegedly in that car, Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, T. Brown, DeAndre Smith, right? If you're not one of those four people who allegedly was supposed to be in that car, you are not a snitch. Let's get this established now. Nobody get out here and start calling people snitches that get subpoenaed to testify in this case. We not doing that. We here for give justice for Pop, right? And a snitch is a person that works with another person or a team in concert to do a crime, and a person get caught and they tell to free themselves from the crime, right? That is what a snitch is, a person working in concert with others and then telling to get theyself free, right? Now, Reggie Sr. is the first person we're going to address. Should he be subpoenaed to be in this case? Yes. Why? Because his son already testified in the grand jury. His son called him to telling him where it took place in Vegas. He called Robert Ladd and Tim Brennan and told them what happened in Vegas. So they are witnesses that Reggie Wright Jr. called Reggie Sr. and told him what happened in Vegas, and Reggie Sr. called Ladd and Brennan and told them that the war was coming back to Compton. So yes, Reggie Sr. should definitely be subpoenaed. Now, would Reggie Sr. be a snitch if he testified? No, that is ridiculous. He is a decorated captain, and the only way Reggie Sr. is not testifying is if he's involved in a crime. Other than that, there's no way that a cop who was a captain gets a subpoena. I don't care if the subpoena came from Africa. A cop would always, unless you pork butt, a dirty cop, right? You selling drugs and stuff. But Reggie Sr. is, from what I heard, a good American apple pie cop. I can't see him turning down a subpoena in the Tupac case because we all want justice for Tupac. And remember, Reggie Sr. was trying to help out in the beginning. So we know he's not going to refuse a subpoena. We know he's going to come and cooperate. We know he's going to come and get justice for Pac. And he is not a snitch if he testifies because, for one, he was law enforcement and he's not a criminal in the car. So I don't want to hear Snoop. Oh, if Snoop get subpoenaed, he's snitching. No, none of no. If your ass was not in that car, you is not snitching. And it took us 30 goddamn years to get to this point. If you don't want Justice Snoop for Tupac or Phoenix Shakur, but you could go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and goddamn get a trophy for Tupac. You could go to all these events and do events for Tupac. Don't tell me, Snoop, you can't go down to the goddamn Vegas if they call you to testify on anything that Suge said or anybody else, that you can't come and be a part of this trial for the justice of Pac. All y'all niggas front like y'all love Pac. None of y'all snitches. Anybody that's not in that car, go to court. This is Tupac. If you don't tell me y'all don't love Tupac. I don't want to hear, oh, nigga, you snitching. Nigga, if you wasn't in that car, you're not a snitch. So we don't want to hear that, no excuse, unless your ass is guilty of something. There's no way you could go accept awards for this nigga and go to award shows and all this other stuff. And now, after 30 years of criminal trial, he can finally get justice. His sister gonna be there. His family gonna be there. You tell me people like Snoop, Daz, I know you coming. I know ain't none of y'all niggas should be sitting there not participating in this trial. So let's move down through this list. Reggie Sr., I agree with that. George Kalisis, I agree with that. Right? Now, why would George Kalisis not come after Reggie said he's the one that told him not to have no guns? Right? Reggie testified to that in the grand jury. I believe George Kalisis should come in there to co-sign that or not co-sign that. But if he don't show up, now he might could be dirty or guilty of something if he don't show up after Reggie talked about how he's the one that said no guns. If he don't show up, if he gets subpoenaed and don't show up, he's guilty of something, and the feds better start watching. Suge Knight, yes, that was Pac's little brother. I mean, Pac's big brother, right? He loved Pac. He is the only eyewitness left, right? So Suge gets subpoenaed. Should he go to court? Yes. Would it be snitching? No. It was business, right? He owned a record label. If he was Jimmy Iovine in that goddamn car and that shit shot up and he went in that court and testified, would y'all be calling Jimmy Iovine a snitch? Barry Gordy a snitch? Clive Davis a snitch? No. But Suge wanted to be a street label and a street nigga. But if he loved Pac, like he say he do, he would show up. Brent Becker, yes, he definitely should be on the subpoena list. Why? Because he interviewed Yaki, Edie, and all of them in the very beginning. And Reggie made accusations against Brent Becker, and Reggie will be testifying. So Brent Becker should be there to so the prosecutors can make sure that what Reggie was saying was right. Sergeant Reynolds. Yes, I don't see no officers refusing to cooperate in this case. Former, current, retired, any law enforcement that was involved or a witness or was around, like Sergeant Reynolds, who is accused of allegedly being there when they took the $60,000 payment and gave it to Keefe D in Orlando to testify on Suge's behalf. I believe he should be there. Snoop Dogg most definitely should be there. Nigga, you could go get a trophy for Pac. Your ass better be at that goddamn trial. It don't make you no snitch, nigga. We don't want to hear that excuse. That's who y'all got? That's it? Idi Amin, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. Reggie Sr. had too many lies. Reggie Jr. called him and he needs to talk about who told him that Suge was getting kidnapped. I don't know. I don't know if that's something they're gonna be focused on. Eric Perriton. Uh Eric Perriton. Why should he be subpoenaed? I don't see why he should be subpoenaed. You gotta Shaw, you gotta build on why he should be. Dr. Dre, I don't think Dr. Dre, I don't think Dr. Dre should be subpoenaed. I don't At this point, Dre is not around. So I don't see no reason for Dre to be involved in this case. The women that was in the car, I'm sure they will be subpoenaed without question. Trayvon Lane. Somebody said the guy that whispered the pot. How nobody put his name up there? Most definitely. Trayvon Lane, K Dub, and anybody that was involved in that Lakewood Mall fight should all be there since Reggie want to use the narrative about the chain. Because we know Reggie's testifying. That's a given. Sharita. Uh, I would definitely subpoena Sharita. There's some questions that can be asked of her. Yeah, Sharita, I go for that one. Tammy Hawkins or Teresa Swan, whatever her goddamn name is. Yeah, her and K Dub. Yeah, I would subpoena her because I think she had a case in Vegas. It was her or one of Suge's baby mothers. I think it's her. They yeah, because didn't Reggie bring her to Vegas for something? He probably was lining her ass up too for something. I can't remember, but yeah, I think that. And then I would question her even about the Biggie stuff. Kevin Hackey, gazillion percent. Kevin Hackey, to me, he falls under law enforcement. Um, he does have a criminal record too, so he's definitely a great, great, great witness. But being that he got a conviction is what's gonna taint his image a little bit with the jury. But he definitely is a person that speaks confidently in his research. He was working undercover. I will hope if the prosecution couldn't get him, I would hope that the defense would be able to reach him. Um, I think he would be valuable, but I think Reggie done got to him. Shout out to bxearl.com. You know what it is. Suge really not a snitch if he truly loved Pac. They wouldn't. I wouldn't consider it uh in the business sense of it, I wouldn't consider it snitching. And on some gang stuff, it's a thin line with Suge with that. Suge would look at himself as a snitch, but me, I'm subpoenaing that nigga. Bring your ass down here. You could get on the stand and be a stone cold prick, but you the only goddamn living witness. I gotta have you here. If I'm lucky, I catch Suge on a good day on that stand and get what I need. Warren G, Sharitha, Daz, Kenya, Pac's cousin, Gaddafi mom. Kenya Ware, I don't know about she was at 662. She did go to the crime scene. She was at the hospital. I probably would subpoena her. I'm trying to think of what angle I would, you know, talk to her. Kadada Jones. You right? Whoever put that up there. Kadada is somebody that I would definitely would hope to have love for Pac, that she would go and testify to uh Pac's behavior, Pac not wearing the vest, the trip to Vegas. I believe anybody that really loved Tupac is going to show up. I mean that. Like there's nothing to fear in testifying in this case. There's nothing to fear. Like KVD is not looking to do anything to no goddamn witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes no sense if he's saying he had nothing to do with it, and anybody that comes out, oh, Foxy Brown needs to be on that list. Foxy Brown needs to be on that list so she could tell him, nigga, I was in Michigan. I wasn't in no goddamn car with Zip. Big Meech needs to be on that list. He was in the van. KVD said he was in the van with them, right? Big Meech needs to be subpoenaed too, right? Who else? David Kenner definitely needs to be subpoenaed. Warren G needs to be subpoenaed. And these people, I know that Warren G said that he was going to bail Tupac out of jail. So you tell me you would bail Tupac out of jail, but you're not going to go testify at his trial. And you had nothing to do with it. Why wouldn't you? I think we covered everybody. I don't see nobody shock me with nobody name. Mob James. Yes. Mob James. Mob James. Good. Thank you, Dre Bugs. Mob James also needs to be showing up. Even though he told, I ain't going to no court. I ain't they coming knocking at my door. I told them I'm taking care of my grandkids. I ain't going to court. Well, nigga, you are the only person I would give a pass and say, you don't have to do it because we know you don't love Tupac. You about the only person that honestly, on the surface, expressed your disgust for Tupac and him being an MOB member, this, that, and other. So you can go ahead and try to not come in support. We know you don't love Pac anyway. Great Caden, yeah, his ass should be up there. If they put that damn video, that murder rap crap in there, yeah, bring Great Caden ass up there with his lying ass. Oh my God, they gonna have a field day with this dirty ass motherfucker. Pardon my French. And y'all know I don't even curse no more on here. That nigga make you curse. Get his lying ass up there. The whole case thrown out the window. Cameo Ray Richardson. I don't know who that is. K Dub, definitely. Neckbone, yes. Neckbone, definitely. And if, man, Puck was a rider. You know what I mean? Like, Neckbone, I'm going to say, yes, he should be subpoenaed. Yes, he should testify. Yes, because he got love for Pac, but he would get a pass from me because he's a gangbanger. Neckbone, Trayvon, K Dub, they all need to be subpoenaed. But the snitching rule would apply to them only because it's gang related. Snoop ain't active. He's not an active gang member. Daz is not an active gang member. They are civilians at this point. Low from OFTB, definitely I would subpoena him. I think he got love for Pac that he would show up. You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't be considered a snitch to me because he wasn't a part of MOB versus Southside. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might be gang related, in this case, I wouldn't look at him as snitching because I would look at him as supporting the family. Corrupt, also, yes, I believe Corrupt should testify if he got love for Pac. But we know the Pound and the Outlaws was beefing, but the way they been doing these interviews lately, they act like they love Pac. So they should be showing up for Pac. Don't go and settle wars and do fake songs and all this other stuff with Pac. And then when it comes to getting justice for his family, and you're gonna see Sec there at court going every day, going through emotional stuff. Don't act like you support the family and don't want to show up for court for them. Be like Kanye, show up for Diddy. And Diddy ain't Pac. Pac ain't in court for nothing that no sexual nothing. No nothing. You trying to get justice for Pac's family for him being murdered. So throw all that goddamn snitching stuff out the window, especially you entertainers. Gobi and Tracy, they definitely should be subpoenaed, um, due to the fact that they could contest for Pac's mind state business, beef with Death Row, beef with Suge, beef with firing Reggie, David Kenner, they can attest to a lot of that stuff. So yes, Gobi and Tracy should definitely be subpoenaed and should testify, as far as what was going on with Death Row and Pac at that time. They definitely are not snitches if they get on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy Iovine, I would agree. Who else? Molly, Layla. I think we got our list. Michelle. I don't know. Definitely all the outlaws. Definitely all the outlaws. We said Big Meech. We said David Kenner. Definitely Suge. Malcolm, a.k.a. Edie. Yasmin Fuller. Oh, Jamala. Uh, Pac's cousin. She should definitely be subpoenaed. Somebody said Harry O. No, no Harry O. Little Half Dead. Um, yeah, I would subpoena him. There's some questions he could ask, like, nigga, what you was thinking when you made that goddamn cover? The Patton brothers, KK Caden, Corey Edwards, who said he never saw a white Cadillac. How about that? Corey Edwards, who never saw a white Cadillac and was with Keefy D in them. Say they didn't drive out there in the white Cadillac. They didn't go home in the white Cadillac. He ain't see no white Cadillac. Corey Edwards, yes. The photographer, I'm sure he testifies in the grand jury. He's going to be there. Oh, Robin Ladd. Robin Ladd, definitely. He should be subpoenaed. Doing all them Vlad interviews. Yeah, yeah. Because he's the one that said Greg Caden dropped the ball and didn't continue investigating Reggie. Yeah. Robin Ladd definitely should be uh subpoenaed. And he also can state that Reggie Rice Sr. called him the night of the shooting and told him the war was coming back to Compton. Yeah. Robin Ladd, yeah, we need you there. Even though now you sucking murder rap off, Robin Ladd. Used to hate Greg Cater, Robin Ladd. Now you over here, yeah. We know allegedly senior, in my opinion, your boss or Junie flipped you, nigga. Yeah, Robin Ladd, you full of crap. You hated Greg Caden when Tim Brennan was alive. Now you praising Greg Caden. They flipped you. You scared out here, huh? What's going on, Robert Ladd? Why did you change your tune? Somebody put some money in your pocket? You hated Greg Caden. Now you praise Greg Caden on murder crap. Robert Ladd, you suspect. I don't trust you no more. Michael Duro. Oh, yeah. He's another one. Yeah. Subpoena Michael Duro. Tell that nigga, yo, you want to come from upstate? Come on down here. Come to the city, B. Get you some visits. People come see you in Vegas. Come take a trip, Michael Duro. Come on for a minute. Yeah, he's also a good one. I don't know about Danny Boy, Jimmy Henchman, Haitian Jack. No. Definitely the original MGM video. Yeah, that footage will definitely show us who the hell was in there. Hopefully it's clear enough. Phil Carson. Eh, I don't know about Phil Carson because Reggie was allegedly a 137 source. So he's not going to be able to divulge too much about Reggie, only certain things. It's different when he's interviewing Reggie and making Reggie tell on himself. You know, all cops ain't Greg Caden. Caden. Yeah, they need that original video. Shout out to Michael Carlin. Yeah, y'all. So spread the word, please. If you're not in the car with Tupac and Suge or Keefy D, who allegedly Keefy D in the alleged Orlando bullshit ass story that Greg Caden got from Reggie when Greg Caden went to investigate Reggie. He told Southside killed Biggie in retaliation for not getting their money for killing Tupac. When Reggie sent Greg Caden dumbass on that wild ass goose chase that got us here, the man forging Poochie's statements for Poochie. Man, this man, listen. If you participate in this Tupac trial, if you've been subpoenaed already and you thinking, oh, I shouldn't participate in this, niggas think they're gonna call me a snitch. You're not a snitch unless you was in that car. This, if you have love for Tupac and they subpoenaed you and you not showing up, and we see that subpoena list when it come out, if it ain't out already, your ass is guilty of something if you get subpoenaed and you don't show up for this trial. And when we see that list, y'all, we gonna share that list. And if you got that subpoena list already, put it out there. And Snoop or whoever it is and all these dudes, if they on that list and them niggas don't come show up from Pac, talking about, oh, I ain't snitching. Nigga, you ain't no snitch if you wasn't in that Cadillac or you ain't got nothing to do with this. If you don't show up for Tupac for justice after 30 years, after we done lost Miss Phoenix Shakur, after we done lost Asada, and it's Still few people from his immediate family still alive. If you don't show up to that court and you was around death row and all this stuff and you got anything and you don't show up and your name is on that list unless your ass is guilty or something, like I would expect uh a Trayvon not the one to come show up because I expect him to be guilty of something. To not want to get in the goddamn uh this nigga ain't never did an interview. He's the smartest one out of all of them. But if he can't come to court and say what he said to Pac, but he talked about he loved Pac and he posts all these pictures of Pac on his Instagram and all this other stuff, and he can't come to court. How much that man loved Pac? I dare one of the outlaws to talk about, man, I ain't testifying, man, that's snitching. Nigga, you see what T.I. did for his boy when they killed his goddamn bodyguard, his best friend? He didn't give a goddamn what niggas said about him being a snitch. He did that for his mama. He did that for that boy family, Phil. Rest in peace, Phil. Would it look bad? Yeah. Did it hurt T.I.? Is he still rich? Do he still got a #1 record out today? Did that nigga just perform a headline at Essence last night? Yes. Because he did the right thing by his man and his family. So Snoop and all y'all out there, don't get out here talking about, oh, man, well, I don't want to look like a snitch. Nigga, this is Tupac.